Hi everyone, and welcome to Module 3. This week's module will help you understand and actually practice using APA citation. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with APA citation style, what that stands for is the American Psychological Association Style Guide. Just as if you've ever taken a journalism class, there is a set of rules and a set of writing style that we follow. In our fields of communication, specifically in the social science aspect of our field, we use APA. Now, APA is very extensive. There's actually a handbook that you can purchase if you're interested to learn more about it. But for the sake of this class, I've created a handout that will outline exactly how we cite, why we cite, and essentially give you examples on how to do it. I'm going to keep this video fairly short because you can explore the handout on your own and come to class on Thursday with any follow-up questions you have. APA citation is kind of broken down into two different ways. One is in-text citation. So when you're writing a paper, or when in this case your outline for your presentations down the road, you'll write a citation within your text. That's usually found after you write a claim or after you write a sentence and you see parentheses with an author last name and a year. That is called an in-text citation. The second part is actually in the reference list, where you provide the exact reference of the citation which you cited. We use this very, very commonly whenever you're going to write up your speech outline. It's required to provide evidence and provide the location in which you found that evidence. I'm going to switch over to showing you a PDF of what I've uploaded on Blackboard. And in this module, I want you to go through the PDF and then complete an exercise where I provided 3 different sources. One's a book, the other one is a news article, and the third is a journal article. I provided you links to the exact source material, and your goal essentially is to provide the APA reference citation. Don't worry if you're a bit confused on how to do this even after going through the handout in this video. We can go ahead and cover that on Thursday briefly, but I hope that I've laid this out in a clear way so that you'll be able to get a good grasp on how to do this. So you'll find this handout on Blackboard. Essentially, it's a 4-page handout that details why we cite and how we cite and provides examples on how to do it. Now, I've formatted this generally detailing how to write a paper, but I've tried my best to really format it to this class in which it engages with public speaking. When you write as a public speaker and when you outline, you provide evidence for your claims. Essentially, there's different ways to do this. The first part, which I talked about in in-text citation, looks something like this. So when you are providing a claim around an idea, you provide the author's last name or the author's last name and the year. And here are some nuanced ways to do it. If your author has if the article or the paper you're reading and you're citing has more than 3 different authors, you list their last names and the year. Here's examples on how to include a brief quotation, examples on paraphrasing, and lastly, here are examples on the reference page at the end of your outline or a paper you write. This is the way that you reference. So for instance, on one of the books that I assigned in the exercise is Michelle Obama's Becoming. So you'd go under here and you'd essentially fill out her last name, Obama, comma, M for Michelle, the year it was published, I think 2019, the name of her book, Becoming, in parentheses, not parentheses, in italics. Notice that if the book that you're citing has, a variety of different, or is long, for instance, this book, The Sage Handbook for Organizational Communication, I would capitalize the. I would keep saged capitalized because it's a proper noun. I'd uncapitalize the H in handbook, and I'd uncapitalize organizational communication. You want to keep it in what's called sentence case, where you're writing like a sentence. The first part, the first word in the sentence is capitalized. The city of publication, the state of publication, which is the actual physical state. So if it's New York, New York, you put NY, comma, NY. Then a colon, and then the publisher, which is Random House, and you put a period. I'd encourage you to look over this and get familiarized with APA citation. So for instance, right here on the last page is examples on how a citation should look. For instance, this book is written by someone whose last name is Hall. There's a comma in between their first name and the middle initial. The year was published. It's written in sentence caps. It's published in New York, comma, New York, colon. The publisher is called Anchor Books / Doubleday and a period. It's simple. Do not psych yourself out. If you have questions, please bring them to class on Thursday. Complete the exercise to the best of your ability, and I'll look over them before class on Thursday. This module is due by the end of the week, Saturday at 8 a.m. Let's set that deadline. All right, wishing you the best, and if you have any questions, please email me. But if it's a question about the content, you can bring that to lecture on Thursday. Take care, everyone.